Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. It was another dazzling week on Finding Mr. Christmas, and once again, Alison Sweeney proved she knows how to turn a cozy holiday competition into pure television magic. Week 3 was supposed to be all about comfort, cocoa, and connection, but instead, it brought shocking confessions, emotional breakdowns, and one unexpected twist that left several contestants completely speechless. The episode opened in the most picture-perfect Hallmark way possible. Fresh snow falling on the lodge's window panes, hot chocolate steaming in festive mugs, and the scent of gingerbread drifting through the air. Alison, always radiant and charming, welcomed the remaining contestants back with her signature warmth. But it was clear from the very first moments that this week wasn't going to be easy. The pressure was on. Every man left in the house knew the stakes were higher than ever, and every heart was on the line. This week's theme was the gift of honesty. Alison revealed that the challenge wouldn't involve baking or decorating. Instead, each contestant had to plan a heartfelt holiday surprise that revealed something true about themselves. No filters, no fronts, no pretending to be the perfect Hallmark hero. Just pure sincerity. It was a daring move, especially on a show that thrives on idealism, but Alison made it clear. This week was about finding real connection beneath the twinkling lights. The first to step up was Ryan, the charming firefighter from Vermont. He decided to recreate a Christmas memory from his childhood, one that reminded him of the family he lost too soon. As he told his story, his voice cracked, and even Alison's usual composure softened. The sincerity in his words struck everyone in the room. By the end, there wasn't a dry eye in sight. Alison praised him for his openness, and for a moment, it looked like Ryan had secured his place as a frontrunner. But little did anyone know, the night was far from over. Next came Trevor, the smooth-talking musician who had coasted on charisma for the first 2 weeks. This time, Alison challenged him directly. "You've shown us charm," she said gently, "but who are you when the music stops?" Her words hit him harder than expected. Trevor admitted that behind the confident smile, he had struggled with loneliness. It was one of those rare moments when a reality show breaks through its glossy surface and feels genuinely human. The crowd grew quiet, and Alison simply nodded, letting the silence say more than words could. When Trevor finally finished, the room erupted in applause. It was a defining moment, both for him and for the show. Then came the night's most surprising turn, courtesy of Ben, the reserved architect from Seattle. Known for keeping his emotions locked away, Ben had barely opened up in previous weeks. But Alison's challenge seemed to change something in him. He brought out a hand-carved wooden ornament and explained that he had made it for someone special. Not for Alison, but for his late mother, whose love of Christmas inspired his entire career. The quiet vulnerability in his voice stunned everyone. Alison walked up, placed a hand on his shoulder, and whispered, "That's what Christmas is about." For a moment, the entire set fell silent. You could almost feel the weight of nostalgia in the air. But while emotions ran high, not everyone handled the challenge gracefully. One contestant, Jake, tried to turn his segment into a performance rather than a confession. Instead of sharing something personal, he delivered a rehearsed monologue that felt forced. Alison's expression said it all, polite, but distant. When the cameras cut away, it was clear the judges weren't moved. Later in the evening, Alison would gently tell him that sincerity can't be scripted. That comment alone would go viral among fans, many calling it the most honest moment in Hallmark history. The mood shifted when Alison gathered everyone by the fire for the evening wrap-up. She commended the men for their vulnerability, reminding them that true holiday spirit isn't about grand gestures, it's about the courage to be real. Then, in classic Hallmark style, she revealed a surprise twist. A special mid-season guest was about to join the competition. The doors opened, and in walked none other than Andrew Walker, another beloved Hallmark favorite, stepping in as a mentor for the contestants. The room erupted in cheers and laughter, but the shock on the men's faces said it all. This game had just changed. Andrew's role wasn't just for show. He joined Alison in evaluating how genuine each contestant's gesture truly was. Together, They offered feedback that felt part coaching, part life lesson. Alison's insights stood out. She has a way of blending compassion with authority, and the men seemed to hang on every word. When she told Trevor that his vulnerability was the melody of truth, it became an instant quote among viewers online. But the week wasn't over until one last heart-to-heart sealed the deal. Alison invited the contestants outside for a midnight snowfall, a classic Hallmark setting, twinkling lights reflecting on the snow, soft music playing in the distance. There, she announced the week's top performer, Ryan. His heartfelt story had not only touched the audience but reminded everyone why they were really there, to find genuine connection beneath all the glitter. When she handed him a small silver snowflake ornament as a token, the entire room cheered. However, as with any good holiday story, not everyone got a happy ending. Jake was asked to leave the lodge. Alison's farewell to him was gracious and kind, but her message was firm. "Sometimes," she said softly, "you have to stop performing and start feeling." It was the kind of line that perfectly captures why viewers adore her: real, gentle, and deeply human. As the credits rolled, Alison stood by the fireplace, reflecting on the week's theme. She talked about how honesty is one of the hardest gifts to give, but also the one that lasts the longest. Her voice carried warmth and calm, and you could feel her words resonate even through the screen. For many fans, this episode wasn't just entertaining, it was moving. It reminded them that love stories, even in the glitz of television, still have the power to inspire. Social media lit up after the episode. Fans praised Alison's empathy, calling her the heart of Hallmark and the Christmas whisperer. Memes, quotes, and clips spread quickly, showing Ryan's emotional moment and Trevor's heartfelt confession. But one moment kept trending: that quiet scene with Ben and his ornament. Viewers wrote about how rare it was to see such raw sincerity on a show built on fantasy, and how Alison's reaction made it unforgettable. By the end of week 3, the remaining contestants knew the tone had shifted. No more surface-level flirting or carefully crafted charm. Now, it was about the truth. Alison had set a new standard, not just for the men, but for what finding Mr. Christmas could be. Instead of being just another romantic competition, it had become a celebration of emotional authenticity, of real connection wrapped in holiday magic. As snow fell outside the lodge and the lights twinkled in the distance, Alison gave a final toast: to honesty, to hope, and to finding the kind of love that doesn't fade when the decorations come down. Her words perfectly summed up the night: simple, heartfelt, and timeless. And with that, the third week came to a close, leaving viewers eagerly awaiting what's next. If week 3 was about honesty, what could week 4 possibly bring? Rumor has it, Alison is planning a Secret Santa of the Heart, a challenge that could test not only loyalty but true emotional chemistry. But one thing's certain: after this week's unforgettable moments, the bar has been set sky high. Alison Sweeney has done what few hosts can. She's turned a charming holiday dating series into a heartfelt journey about truth, trust, and the kind of love that feels as real as the season itself. And as we head into the next chapter, viewers can't help but feel like this might be the year Finding Mr. Christmas becomes a new holiday classic. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.